Hello and welcome to day 3 of Champ Camp. Today I'll be talking about navigating through virtual competition. All procedures mentioned are only applicable to the upcoming district conferences and may be subject to change. I strongly recommend everyone to go check out the competitive event procedures as well as the quick registration guide, both of which are available on the California DECA website under the district conferences pages and can also be found in the description of this video. First, I'll talk about some general information regarding virtual competition. All presentations for your events will be done through a pre-recording and will be submitted in a certain time frame. All these recordings should be done through Zoom. Details on how to utilize Zoom are in the competitive event procedures document if you're unfamiliar on how to use this application. Submissions must be done on the submission website and must be done by the team captain. Make sure to give yourself plenty of time to record and submit. That means don't just give yourself 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the deadline to submit, because it takes time to both process the video, to submit it and upload it to Google Drive, to fill out the forms and copy paste the link. So there's plenty of other steps besides doing your actual presentation. I strongly recommend not to wait until the last minute to do your presentation. Do not meet in person if you're doing a team event. Instead, utilize the Zoom meeting feature. You can share your link with your teammates and they can join your Zoom meeting. No external sources or contact information may be given in your presentation. This can include links to articles, websites, or videos, a personal phone number or email, or anything of that sort. All recordings must be done in one continuous take. That means no editing or compilations of different pre-recorded takes and combined together. For testing, again, this will be based on your event and it will be similar to a traditional testing format in that it will be 100 questions, A through D multiple choice, and based on your career cluster. You'll have 60 minutes to do your exam and it will be on a secure testing browser. The order of the questions will be randomized and you'll be able to use any open book or open note, but you won't be able to collaborate or communicate with any other individuals. You can't leave the tab of the secure testing browser while you're taking the test. You'll have between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. on January 12th to take your test. For Roleplays, your prompts will be released at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, January 12th. The deadline to upload is Thursday, January 14th by 5 p.m. Tech support will be available during those 3 days from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You are allowed to use notes and screen share during your role plays. However, for your screen sharing, all visuals must be black and white, which means no colors like red, blue, yellow, anything of that sort. It must be made from basic Google Docs or Microsoft Word functions like text, basic shapes, and tables. All competitors must be on camera for the entire recording. Images and graphs are not allowed in your screen share. Be aware of the time limit, which is 10 minutes for individual, principals, and personal finance events, and 15 for team decision-making events. For written events, these are similar to a traditional conference in that you'll be submitting them online. They must be submitted in a PDF format named according to the event procedures. The first page must be the statement of assurances signed by everyone required, including your advisor and participants. The team captain must be the one to upload both the PDF file and your presentation. Pay attention to the page limits of your written document, which is either 10 pages or 20 pages, depending on your event. For recording and submitting, a brief overview is that you'll film on Zoom, you'll upload to Google Drive, and then you'll paste a link to this Google Drive video on the submission website. More details can be found on the competitive events procedures document, and make sure to read that over before recording and submitting. Before uploading to Google Drive, make sure your account has enough storage to upload your video. Make sure when you're filming on Zoom that you click record, or else your submission won't be recorded and you'll have to restart from the beginning. Consider practicing how to record and how to use Zoom, including screen sharing, camera and microphone features if you're unfamiliar with the application. Make sure to get your login credentials for the submission website from your advisor before submitting. And again, the team captain will be the one submitting any of these recordings or documents for team events. For individual series events, you may have more than one roleplay. In this case, make sure the roleplays match up and you don't accidentally submit the wrong video to the wrong option. In addition, after you record the video on Zoom, make sure to check the video and watch it to make sure every audio, screen sharing capabilities work fine and that all participants are on the screen the entire time. Like I mentioned earlier, give yourself plenty of time to record and submit because it will take more than just the 10 to 15 minutes allowed for a presentation. You won't be able to edit the video before submitting, and it must be done in one single continuous take. When you upload to Google Drive, make sure that the link works. This means that you make sure not to delete the item or recording in your Google Drive after you make a link. Make sure that after you upload to Google Drive, you change the sharing settings to make it available by link and set the link sharing access to anyone with link. Again, these specifics are outlined in the competitive event procedures document. I strongly recommend to paste the link before you submit it onto the website. Paste the link into a private browser or an incognito window before submitting to ensure that it works. Here are some tips for doing your Zoom presentation. Try to have a neutral and professional background. If your room isn't suitable for this, you may want to consider doing a virtual background. Make sure you have good lighting and you're able to see your face and whatever features involved. Try to avoid any background noise. This means that try to avoiding like static, or if there's any noises or people talking in the background, try to avoid that. You may want to consider using earbuds or a microphone to try to prevent this. And before submitting, check your microphone quality to make sure that your audio works fine and that your voice is both understandable and loud enough. Have your screen sharing set up or prepared before you start recording to ensure that you don't waste any of your recording time. If you're using a video or audio clip, make sure that when you screen share, you enable the share computer sound option. When you're doing your presentation, speak confidently and loud enough to be heard well. Team members try to speak at similar volumes. Okay, that wraps up today's episode of Champ Camp. Stay tuned for tomorrow's 3 episodes, including the live Zoom meeting, and enjoy. We'll be giving some more tips for doing a virtual roleplay in our next Champ Camp episode, so stay tuned for that as well.